Hey guys, Resurfing here. As I'm sure you've seen on other channels, including Game Explains most likely, I have not watched theirs yet. I will after I'm done doing my own analysis on this. There has been an update to Pokemon.com/SunMoon, and it's been quite an update. The first part I'm going to show is the new region trailer, so make sure you can hear everything. I'm going to turn off my video captures. That's just a window capture, and you can hear everything without hearing my noise. Okay, so now that that's been done, I'm going to go back and do an analysis on this, because there's a few interesting things in this one. So let's replay. Of course, as always, we start off with the Pikachu. And then we got our confirmed names and types for the legendaries, as well as their abilities. So we've got Solgaleo, who is Psychic Steel, and he has the ability Full Metal Body. I think that's a new ability. I don't know what it does. I'm not entirely sure what it does. Also, is Psychic Steel a new combination? I'm actually not sure. Okay, so Full Metal Body prevents stats from being lowered, so that's a nice one to have. And here's his special move, Sunsteel Strike. So I'm wondering if that's another double type move. Since they experimented with that flying press, it would make sense for them to continue with it. And now we have Alola, who is Psychic Ghost, which really surprised me. I thought for sure it was going to be Fairy Dark. I was so certain of that. So yeah, this one completely caught me off guard. I was not expecting either of these types. Their ability is Shadow Shield. They got Moongeist Beam as their attack. There we get some scenes of the Alola region, which I'm going to back up a bit, because we actually get a nice map. A little bit farther back, please. Okay, there we go. So here we go. Here's the Alola region, and like we suspected, it is an archipelago. I'm not convinced that these are all the islands we're going to be seeing. So this is the starting island from what we've seen in the videos, I believe. Because we've seen this beach house here. I believe this is the platform where we get our Pokemon up here. And there's the forest right behind it. Of course, there's the city that we've seen. We have an active volcano over here, it looks like. I wonder if this is where that water gym was that we saw in some of the early scenes of it. Or if maybe that's something else. It looks like you might be able to use waterfall to get up on that one. I'm still thinking that Soar is going to be coming back. I don't think they're going to get rid of that because it's a useful feature that they can easily limit when you get. And they're not going to want us to have Surf the entire time because that's going to be annoying. And they're not going to be having us go on to a boat the other time. It looks like we will be able to take a boat from island to island. I'm betting that's what that is. We have a tall volcano up here. It's definitely a volcano, but as you can see, it's tall enough that it's got a snowy mountaintop. We have a little tiny island over here. Curious if that's going to be anything important. If maybe we might be able to find another mythical Pokemon in-game this time. Who knows? We have this area, which looks like an island that's kind of collapsed on itself. We have what appears to be ash. That looks like it might have a geyser pocket, too. I'm betting this here is the ruins that we see where we can get the legendaries. So, yeah, just wanted to pause there. Then we get some exploration views. And then we start meeting the characters. So we have the basic male and the basic female. And as we thought, we can change the appearance. And this time, we have light skin, slightly light skin, slightly dark skin, and black. So we've got more customization options than there have been before, and there might even be more than that. Who knows if we're even seeing the whole screen here. So Kukui is confirmed to be the new professor then, which makes me wonder who the other guy that's named after a tree is, the one who seems to give us our Pokemon. Well, is a region made up of several islands. That could be the reason the region is chock full of nothing but rare Pokemon. So we might get some of the rare Pokemon here because it's so isolated, and it gives a reason why there would be new ones only in this region. Because it's an island. Which is better than most regions do, honestly. We have Lily, who is Kukui's mysterious assistant. So I'm definitely curious to know more about her, because she doesn't look like she's a native of this location. We have Hal, who I'm still pretty sure is the grandson of this guy, who I now have no clue who this is. And he's a new friend of ours. I'm also noticing that Lily has a bag, which means she's probably going to take the third Pokemon. The one that we'll be weak to. And now we get an introduction to the new Pokedex, which is adorable, honestly. It's a Pokedex with a Rotom inside it. And as you can see, it's going to be talking to us. I'm wondering if it's going to be as sarcastic as Ash's was in the show originally. So we can see what it looks like there, but it's not actually activated until there's a Rotom in it. I'm actually wondering if we'll be able to use the Rotom in our Pokedex. If it might count as like another Pokemon for us. Of course, with that Pokedex, we also have the first time, I believe, that we got a Pokedex that's not even slightly based off of a gaming system. Alright, so that was the video. We've got a whole bunch of other stuff to explore here, though. So let's go back to the main page. So let's start with the Pokemon here. So we have the legendaries. We'll start with Solgaleo. Category is the Sun Pokemon. They're 11'2", 507.1 pounds, Psychic Steel, and the ability Full Metal Body. And here's the dex information. Since ancient times, Solgaleo has been honored as an emissary of the sun. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that devours the sun. Solgaleo's body holds a vast amount of energy, and it shines with light when it's active. It has a flowing mane with remarkable resemblance to the sun. Its signature move is Sunsteel Strike, an ability that charges at an opponent with the force of a meteor, disregarding the target's ability. Okay, so it's not a dual-type attack like I thought it was. But it completely ignores any target ability. That's going to be annoying. Solgaleo's ability is Full Metal Body, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With the Full Metal Body ability, the Pokemon's stats will not be lowered by the effects of an opponent's moves or ability. It says a Pokemon stats, which means that this may not be a signature ability. There might be other Pokemon that have this ability. Of course, we have to talk about Lunala as well. Category Moon Pokemon, not really surprised there. The height is 13 foot 1 inches. So bigger than Solgaleo, that's likely the wingspan. Weight 264.6 pounds. Type is Psychic Ghost, which still surprised me. I was so sure on it being Dark Fairy. Ability is Shadow Shield. And here's its dex information. Since ancient times, Lunala has been honored as an emissary of the moon. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that calls the moon. Lunala is constantly absorbing light and converting it into energy. With its wings spread to absorb the surrounding light and glittering like a crescent moon, it resembles a beautiful night sky. Lunala's signature Moongeist beam attacker is an ominous beam of light that disregards the target's ability. So, essentially, does the same thing as Solgaleo. Solgaleo's is likely a Steel type move then, with Lunala's being Ghost type. Though Solgaleo's may also be a Fire type move, who knows. Lunala's ability is Shadow Shield, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. Shadow Shield ability, a Pokemon will take less damage from an attack that lands when the Pokemon has full HP. Oh, that's a nice ability. And again, it says a Pokemon, not Lunala. So I'm thinking that while no previous Pokemon has had this, there might be other Pokemon within the region that have this ability. Of course, that's not even close to being done with all this new stuff here. Got the Alola region itself, so we can get a better view of the map here. I'm not sure if no, I can't zoom in, unfortunately. Your new adventures in Pokemon Sun and Moon will take place on tropical islands of the Alola region. The Alola region centers around 4 islands. Okay, so there's 4 islands. Basically, they have the number of islands that exist in real life Hawaii. The Alola region centers around 4 islands rich in natural beauty and an artificial island. artificial island. Oh, is that what that is there? I thought it was a boat, but that might be okay. Many Pokemon that have never been seen before occupy these islands. Maybe the artificial island is where our league is. Who knows? Of course, we have the people of Alola. Go with many colorful people in addition to fascinating Pokemon. Meet some of the folks you'll encounter as travel through the region. The hero and heroine. Story begins right after your characters move to Alola. Choose your gender and how you look, which is something that I think should never be removed from a Pokemon game at this point onwards. It made sense to do so for Ruby and Sapphire, but now, no. Professor Kukui, he's the region's dependable professor, lives near your home and looks out for you. Passionate about his research into Pokemon moves, and has sometimes taken direct hits from Pokemon when there was something to be learned from it. Okay, I like him. If this personality shows up in the games that well, I am going to love him. What's a white lab coat slung casually over his bare torso, showing off his unique style. Lily is a mysterious girl who assists a professor. She's about the same age as your character and is working as Kukui's assistant. For personal reasons, she's not fond of making Pokemon fighting battles, but she loves reading and has devoured many books. Lily will play an important role in the story. So yeah, she's almost definitely our second rival. Friend Hal's a Pokemon-loving young boy with big appetite. He's the same age as your character. When you move to the region, he makes friends with you right away. Has a real weakness for Malasada, a famous treat in the Alola region, and is always in search of Malasada shops. He's a big-hearted boy who really loves Pokemon. I'll probably look this up afterwards anyway, but if Malasada is a real thing, can you let me know in the comments? Because I'm actually curious about that. If it's like an actual regional dish from Hawaii or anything. And it doesn't give any information on the big guy, so he must be important. Alright, so we've got one more place to check out, and I'm going to go back here in a bit. But first, I want to take a look more at the Rotom Pokedex. So the Rotom Pokedex is your ally on your journey, a convenient tool that records information about the Pokemon you see and catch during your adventure. And on Moon, character receives a special Pokedex from Professor Kukui to support you in your travels. It's known as the Rotom Pokedex. It is inhabited by Rotom, Pokemon with the power to reside in various electronic appliances. It does more than record Pokemon info, it has its own personality. Rotom Pokedex shows you your current location and your next destination, and gives you advice on where to go next based on conversations you have with others. Basically, we might have a better navigation system, because we need a better navigation system for this one, where we're going to have more wider array of where to go, because I suspect we're going to have a bit more freedom on this one. Rotom Pokedex is an extremely rare device. There are only a few trainers, even in Alola, that own one. And it looks like there might be showing 5 Pokemon here with space for a 6th. I'm not guaranteeing that that's what that is, but it's a possibility that we'll just be using the Rotom Pokedex for everything instead of having to search the menus all the time. It's whatever it is, it certainly has a touch screen. And this is what I actually found the most interesting when I was looking around the site earlier. Meet new Pokemon using the QR scanner. So it shows here Medicham, Superior, and Dunsparce coming from different QR codes on different objects. Like Dunsparce comes from this magazine here. Medicham is coming from the water bottle there. Meet new Pokemon using the QR scanner. In Sun and Moon, there's a QR scanner function that allows you to see information about Pokemon when you scan QR code patterns. With the scanner, you can scan in a QR code and check the information about the Pokemon that responds to that QR code. And it's mentioning here that QR code patterns in various places around you, so any QR code pattern should be able to work. This is good for me because it means I can also use my yokai medals on this. Register Pokemon in your Pokedex by scanning in special QR code patterns that you can register Pokemon of the Alola region to your Pokedex and find out where they live. Scanning the QR code for a Pokemon that you haven't yet caught, you can check its habitat and search it out. And there is a gallery showing this off, which I'll go through later. And you can share your QR code patterns with other people. If both you and a friend show each other a QR code pattern for a Pokemon you have caught, the other will be able to see where to find them in their game. I'm wondering if this might work as another way of doing the connectivity thing without necessarily having to do trades. It's a possibility that any Pokemon that can be caught in one game may be able to be caught in the other game using this QR code function. I'm not saying that is the case, but it would be a unique new mechanic, and I could see them doing that. This would also be a great way to get the other legendary without having to trade your own away. Now, like I was saying, I wanted to get back to this gallery here. So let's take a look at it. So you can read a QR code. Obviously, this one will give nothing because this is the most basic QR code possible. I'm sure it's not even a code in there. But you can read a QR code. In this case, Pikachu appeared. And then you can check your Pokedex and see that Pokemon's habitat within your own game. This is part of why I think it might be possible to use this as a way of trading without trading. Obviously, for ones that evolve from trading yourself to do the trading, I'm sure they're not going to take that away. So, yeah. You can see how the map will look here, too. So I'm going to assume that this is where we are, and this is where the Pokemon can show up. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Pokemon Sun Moon update, which granted was a pretty big update. And it looks like they're going to be hiding things more than they did for X and Y, and especially Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where we pretty much knew most of the stuff going in. I mean, we still haven't seen any new Pokemon outside of those 5, and the possible Shiba Inu, or maybe a Corgi, depending on what it is, outside of the one house. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you have your own theories, let me know. If I missed anything as well, also let me know. I will go back over that. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will, of course, see you in the next video. And have a great time wherever you may be. Bye, guys!